Okay, everybody, let's take a look at the stock market and see what happened today. Upper left-hand corner, this is October 11th, 2021. Today is Monday, and we're looking at the E-mini S&P 500 futures, symbol ESZ21. These are futures contracts which will just expire in December. You know, yesterday I put out a video and I said, I talked about the Big Daddy down here, that on Friday, which Friday is like right there. Okay, sorry about the squiggly line. But I said, hey, the Big Daddy's pointing down. On Friday, it was like right here, right? It was already pointing down. You know, and I said, hey, the VIX hasn't done this yet. If you haven't watched the video from yesterday, I'll put a link in the description. Go watch it because I exactly talked about this last night. You know, just after the market opened last night, I said there's a good chance that we're going to have a down day, and it might even be a really big one. Well, it turned out to be pretty decent size, right? Range today was 63.5. You know, not super huge, but definitely big enough to get everybody's attention, right? I know that the momentum crowd was looking at this right here saying, to the moon. And you know what? This afternoon, well, actually this morning, sorry, up till about 10 a.m., I think it was, we actually were green for a while. We're up in this area. But by, I think, after 10 o'clock for the rest of the day was bombs away. Bombs away, all the way down. I think it was at 1 o'clock, it traded like up for just else, not even, whatever it was, less than 10 points. And that was it. After that, it was the bottom dropped out. You know, we still have the cycle low coming up here, guys and gals, October 15th through the 18th, which the 15th will be this Friday. Okay, so that's the cycle low right here. For those who don't know what a cycle is, that's this green arc right here. Okay, and if you'll notice, whenever the two cycles come together, two green arcs come together, we tend to get a price low, right? Price low, price low, price low. So we're expecting a price low to be right here, about October 15th, maybe the 18th, maybe the 19th, could be the 14th, anywhere, somewhere right in that area, okay? There are some options that do expire this Friday, so that might give a little bit of weight towards the price continuing to go down into this expected cycle low, okay? Now, you notice I added a blue line here. What's up with the blue line? Well, the blue line, okay, that blue line coincides with the peak of the Big Daddy. And it's really the secondary, in this case, it turned out to be the secondary high, this candlestick right here. The primary high was this candlestick. Why the purple line to the left of it? Because the Big Daddy, at its peak, forecasted there would be a cycle high, you know, or I should say a high, not necessarily a cycle high, but there would be a high, forecasted a high right there on that purple line, and it did. It came the next day, right? Sure enough, came the next day. Right, so we had to wait the next day to see for the forecast, right? And sure enough, we had a peak on that day, the very next day, as the Big Daddy came down. And we could see here on this candlestick, Big Daddy was, you know, peaking on the blue line. And then the next day it said, hey, you know, by that day right there, it said, hey, we're going down, right? So remember that the Big Daddy's forecasting, it's predicting that this day would have been a high. It wasn't. The day before was the high, but that happens, and that's okay. Okay? Sometimes it'll be the same day that the prediction happens. Sometimes it'll be the next day. I've even seen it as much as 7 days later, especially in very strong bull markets. It'll happen sometimes a week later. Now, I talk about confirmation all the time, and I want to talk about this. And we're going to, you know, for those that don't know, and I've been talking about it for the last few days, I'm in the middle of swing trade, right? Swing trade. As I chicken scratch this out here. Swing trade. Okay. So this day right here would be when to take the swing trade. Okay. So the swing trade, when's it? Well, the swing trade, well, we're just waiting for it to finish and bottom out. Where it bottoms out, no one knows exactly. Well, I shouldn't say no one. I don't know exactly. But I do expect it to get probably below this number and down into like the 42.60 area maybe. I think it could possibly break this low candlestick right there, which is 42.60. It could do that. I think 42.80 is very reasonable, maybe 42.70, somewhere in that area. Okay. So, but I want to talk about confirmation. You know, some people have been asking me, well, how do you know when to get into a trade? How do you know when to take the position? Well, you know, yesterday, I should say Friday, we had a red candlestick. And then on Sunday, we opened up right there and went up for like 7 points and then down. Well, that's when you would take your short position. Now you got 2 red candlesticks in a row. Okay? You have nothing else giving you confirmation, so, I mean, nothing. You got nothing else helping you out there. Me, I mean, okay, I got the Big Daddy forecast, did give me some heads up, but, you know, you can tell, look at the VIX, guys. Even on that day, the VIX was still going down. Right, the VIX was still, on that day, was still, even the next day, still going down. Pretty bad line, but there you go, still going down there. Wasn't until today that the VIX said, hey, hold on a second, we got some volatility spike, right? So, you would take a small position, you know, at about whenever this candlestick starts to show that it's coming down 10, 15 points, whatever. You know, that's kind of a feel thing, but you would take a small position right here for sure. Okay, me, I'm kind of aggressive. I might have taken it at the end of this day or right at the open of that day. Okay, but if you want to be more conservative, that's fine. Take it when it's down into here. You know, and then you have to, I mean, with futures, guys, there's going to be a lot of price movement, and this is where a lot of people get caught out. You know, how much are you going to tolerate this green? Because this was green part of the day. You know, like I think from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., that upper wick was green. How much are you going to tolerate that? You know, how much of a stop loss? It's okay to stop out there. If it got up into here, let's say you had your stop loss, that's fine. Stop loss out. As it turned around, came back down, you jump back in. You get back in. If you want to do that, you could. It depends what your tolerance is. Okay, but in any case, you don't want to leave positions open, right, guys and gals? You want to put your stop losses in. Stop loss in there, okay, until you go profitable. Stop loss. Okay? While you're waiting for it to go profitable, have your stop loss in place. Once you go profitable, you can go trailing stop. I'll just put TS. Trailing stop. Okay? That's when you turn on the power for profit making right there. Trailing stop. Wah, wah. Okay? T-stop. Trailing stop. Once you turn profitable, which, my gosh, anybody that you know, I know some of my subscribers got in right here. I even saw it in the comment section. I know some of my subscribers got in. I mean, they got in, I think, right here, or they got in right here at the opening on Sunday night. I guarantee they made money. They made some bucks. They probably closed their positions and made some money last night. That's good. That's what we want to hear on this channel. Remember, guys and gals, I always share my profit and loss on this channel whenever I close position. So let's hope that my swing trade I got going on as we get down into this cycle low, and when I close it, hopefully it's profitable, and I'll share it with everybody. I always do. Okay? These so-called experts out there that show charts every day, and they never show their positions. They never show their losses, that's for sure. Okay, I always show my profit and losses on the channel, guys and gals. But I want to get back to confirmation here. How do I go through, what's the process of confirmation? Well, the Big Daddy the day after this blue line, that's confirmation number 1. We'll circle it. You know what, let me not even circle it. That's number 1. That's confirmation number 1. Okay. What's confirmation number 2? Well, today the forecast, I'm sorry, the VIX, the volatility is what I meant to say. It was up. Volatility's up. So that's 1 there. Volatility up today. Guess what? You wouldn't even have to wait for the end of today. I mean, when you got down into here, man, I mean, you knew it was. When you got down halfway into this candlestick, there was no need to wait for the VIX. But if you want to be patient, you wait for the VIX. That's fine. That's number 2. You got your Big Daddy giving you the predictive algorithm, giving you the heads up that there was going to be a high, a peak. There was. VIX today says, hey, hold on a second, spike in volatility. That's your number 2. If you want to be super duper, uber, ultra conservative, you wait for this to roll over, right? You wait for that kind of stuff to happen as the blue line, the slow line, crosses over the red line, the fast line, and that would be your number 3. That would be your ultimate confirmation right there. And now, number 3 might happen like tomorrow sometime. Let's say we get one of these deals. Say we get that. Okay. Then you take your trade, because I mean, even right now, guys, to be honest with you, guys and gals, there's again, educational video only, but this is what I'm personally going to share with you, what I would do. Not telling you to do this, right? But this is what I would do. You all can make the decision on your own about how you're going to trade in your portfolios, your business, and you do what you think is best. But what I would do is, if I hadn't already taken had a position, I would have taken a small position today. For sure, I would have taken a small position today. Even if I was a conservative trader, I would have already taken a small position. It's always a really good idea to start small and then add to that position as you get your different confirmations, right? And you just keep adding to your position as confirmations start to pile up. You're confident. Think about it. This is number 1. Then you get number 2. Your confidence should be going up, right? You're getting confident. Okay, it's time to take a position. Now you're really confident, right? So even if, that's how I would do it. That's me sharing with you what I would do. Okay? That's how I would do it. Now, let's talk about, so I got the swing trade going on, right? Swing trade going on since basically right around there, whatever. Okay, that would be for me, for aggressive traders, more aggressive traders, that's when I would have got in. Okay, so the swing trade is on, and we're looking to see what's going to happen as it makes its way down. Probably going to make its way down for the rest of this week, most likely. Today was a really big day. Oh my gosh. A lot of money was made today, guys and gals. I guarantee tens of millions of dollars were made today just in the S&P 500 futures, both the E-mini and the micros. Just think about it. Huge money was made today. I'm pretty sure some of my subscribers locked in. I hope some of my subscribers out there who've been watching my YouTube channel and have, know how I feel about locking in profits with trailing stops, which I would be doing normally. I wouldn't normally do swing trades as kind of volatility. I would just be daily trading, locking in profits. Okay, but we're doing a trailing stop. We're doing a swing trade this time just to kind of, help everybody out. And it's possible to do swing trades in this type of environment as well. It's fine. They both work fine. Okay, but daily trading is going to be more profitable if you know what you're doing during this kind of volatility. The profits are going to add up faster. Okay, so anyway, there was the whole, how do I get confirmation? How do you know when to get in? Well, 1Z, 2Z, 3Z. If you don't have number 1, then fine, just wait for the VIX. For those that don't obviously have a Big Daddy or some type of algorithm, then you're just waiting for the VIX. VIX will be your number 1. You get in. Now think of it this way. Let me give it to you another way. If the VIX corresponds with a volatility spike or decline, because it could be going long, right? Look at this, would be a long time. Be going long as the VIX went down, you'd go long. But since we're over here, we're talking about the VIX going up in volatility, so prices are coming down, right? Remember, VIX goes up, volatility goes up, prices go down. Okay? So think about it this way. If the VIX is going up, and even if you don't have the Big Daddy, you know the Big Daddy already showed something before that, right? Just think of it that way. Well, the VIX went up. The Big Daddy for sure already showed it. Okay? So, just have confidence that by the time the VIX shows it, sometimes the VIX and the Big Daddy will be exactly together. Sometimes the VIX will be a little late. So either way, you should be good. Okay? So here's the thing for those of you that want to know how to use a little bit predictability. Well, when the VIX shows something, this would be your number one, and just keep it small. Small position. Okay? Take it small. Nice and easy. Small position. Okay? Okay? Take a small position right here. That's all you do. That O looks like it needs some help. Okay? Small position. Okay? And then, you watch, in this case, you would watch for more red candlesticks. And you could look at your stochastic momentum index to do whatever it does. Okay? And you would add to your position and lock in some profits, but lock in your profits. Trail stop your profit. Once you're profitable, lock it in. Okay? I'll let you figure out how much to trail and all that. You got to experiment with that for your account size and position size, and okay, you work with that. Okay? But that's how I would play it. So the trail, that's my process for confirmation. That's how I do it. Plus, I'm looking at candlesticks, and I'm still using traditional technical charting. We've got ourselves a descending wedge going on. Okay, slash, channel, wedge. Okay, and I'm looking at candlesticks. I'm combining all of that. And cycles, cycle analysis. Think about it. Everything that's being combined to build confidence to put in trades and take position. Right? You got downward, upper, and lower trend lines. Right? We don't have this going on with trend lines. A triangle, pinching. Which way is it going to go? We ain't got that going on at all. We got this stuff going on. That's just straight down. Well, not straight down, but it's definitely downward bias. Okay, so you got that going on. You got you need, for those that don't know how to read candlesticks, spend some time looking at the basic bullish and bearish candlestick patterns. Look at those; they'll help you. Okay. So look at everything that's on here. You've got traditional trend lines being established. That's one. You got candlestick reading. Okay, this for sure. There's some stuff going on there. You gotta know this candlestick pattern. Okay, even these three are actually a pattern. So that's two that's helping you make a decision. Okay, then you got indicators. So that's three. We're just talking about confidence. It's not confirmation now. This is just building your confidence. Things that you're going to use to build confidence to help you decide which direction to trade in. Okay? So three, in this case, encompasses all of your indicators. All right? Okay? And then here's four, the cycle analysis, the cyclical period, left to right. The past is over here. The future's going that way, right? Future's that way. So look at that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, which would be your cycles. 4 different things on this chart that help you build your confidence about which direction to trade in. Okay? Right, so tomorrow, let's wrap up this video. What do I think is going to happen tomorrow? I think it's going to be a red day. To me, it's just, the writing's on the wall here. Could it be green? Sure, anything is possible. But, we could have, if we do get a green day, it'd be like I think it'd be a small one. Right? It's possible. Like, see how we got a green day right there? See that? Got that green day that just kind of showed up right there. After 2 down days, this candlestick though right here, this big red one's like almost like 2 days worth of range. So it's understandable to get that green candlestick after that. We haven't had that yet in this half of the cycle. What half of the cycle am I talking about? Remember, this is the cycle. Ends on October 15th through 18th. This is the middle of the cycle right here. So we're clearly on this side of the cycle now, right? We're on that side of the cycle. Okay, so that's the distance we've traveled so far in this cycle, right in here. So being on this side of the cycle that we are, the right side of this cycle, to me it's downhill from here. We might get a green day that gets in there somewhere. It's possible, because anything is possible. But overall, I think we're going to see downward pricing all the way through Friday, for the most part on the average for sure. And tomorrow could be, maybe, I'm just going to throw it out there. Okay, remember I said in the middle, I said I didn't want to talk about green and red because we're in what? Stall. The price stalls in the middle of the cycle. Look at that. Price action just stalled. They were big candlesticks, but the price action stalled. But now they're on the right side, a little more confidence. I say tomorrow is going to be a red day. If I had to pick between the two, and I will pick red. Okay, and then I'm going to go with a range even. I'm going to throw out a range. I'm going to say the range is about 65-ish all the way to 150. Yeah, that's right. I threw that big number out there. That's what I think we might get in range. Anywhere between there to the downside. I think tomorrow is going to be at least a candlestick this big or bigger. If we get a big candlestick like 100 range, let's see, we closed at 43.47. That'd be 42.47. Oh yeah, that put us deep. Deep. If we get that, that'll be all the way down to like right there. Just on top of this line, right below this like dotted line stuff, be like right in there. If we get a 100-point day. It could happen. It's possible we could print a huge day tomorrow. But I think we'll be in this range tomorrow. That's my best guess. All right? Remember, guys and gals, I always show my profit loss on this channel whenever I close the position. Okay, if you're new to the channel, that's coming. As soon as we hit this cycle low, I'll close the position, show everybody. Okay? If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys and gals, please go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all the videos as they come out. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.